And this new franchise, of course, a semi-final in the MTN 8. They're into the final of the Telkom knockout, and they're just over 150 days old. So they have had a short period, but worked magic during that time. So matters underway here at Soccer City. Kaizer Chiefs kicking us off. They're in the gold colours tonight. City in their all blue, defending the goal to the left-hand side. And well, for Kaizer Chiefs, yet another disappointing crowd. The fans are speaking with their feet, as it were. Let's hope that some positive results for them might change that. We have better support at this wonderful venue. So Kaizer dealing with the attacking intent there of Shabalala. As we mentioned earlier, just one meeting before between these two sides in the MTN 8 in the quarter-final. That was the match that really announced the arrival of Cape Town City. Matthew Sims scored very early in that match. They went on to book their place in the semi-final of the MTN 8. Sims on the bench for today's encounter. Chance for Majoro, however, against some of his former teammates. 3 goals in the last 5 outings for Majoro, and he was very unlucky on Saturday not to add to that statistic. Masina, good first touch from him. Now Kaizer in the middle for Cape Town City, and their fans will be mightily relieved that he recovered from the ankle knock that saw him stretch it off on Saturday afternoon at Athlone against Free State Stars. Well, unsure after the game whether he would make the trip, but it's been a fairly swift recovery. So Chirambedare into the arms of Walters. Very quickly looking to get it forward to Majoro.
Tell you something, if there's one thing that the coach of Kaizer Chiefs has, it's the knowledge of what Cape Town City can do. But it is up to the players now. Are they going to really live up to what they've been warned about? And clearly for me, how high they're holding that defensive line, listen, because that's where most of the tosses that has been hitting the opposition comes from. And I want you to notice how high the Kaizer Chiefs defensive line plays, just so that maybe it will come handy in closing the space for those balls to be played through.
Eric Tinkler suggested both sides would have a similar approach to today's game. After the match on Saturday, when he was talking about this match, he said both City and Chiefs will be looking to have a fair amount of the ball possession in these early stages. It's the home side who are looking to provide the early initiative, and Kaizer with a foul on Chirambedare.
A little bit more game time is Chirambedare. I'm sure he'll grow. All he needs right now is a little bit of confidence to lift him up to play the way he's playing, more progressively.
Shabalala delivers. Puche not cleared properly, and a goal early on for Kaizer Chiefs. George Maluleka strikes it, and it looked to get a little bit of a deflection along the way, and Chiefs have the lead. Kachbaro seems to be the man who claims it, but I'm not sure he knew much about it.
Clearly the way Walters dived, he must have seen the ball coming and he made his choice to go for the ball, but how that ball turned around, and obviously, clearly, it's Kachbaro. Okay, that last touch came from Kachbaro. Just how much of a touch it was,
well,
the slide of his touch,
scrapes him along the leg. I'm not sure he can claim this. Let's have a look here.
He can.
Yes,
clearly.
It comes off the knee, goes the wrong way, that's right. Well, I'm not sure he knew much about it, William, but he won't be arguing. Kachvaro, the goal scorer, Maluleka with a strike. And it is Kaizer Chiefs in the lead inside the opening 4 minutes. Just the tonic that Steve Compello was looking for.
Wow, just how much knew about it doesn't matter right now. Let me tell you, that last touch came from him, and he'll claim it with just about everything. He's a player that has really been trying quite a bit of work going forward, but the luck hasn't been with him for a while now. Like I said, Chirambedare, I think it's the same player who's in that very same situation. Play a little bit higher, it gives you a chance to take strikes from some positive position. This is what happened to Kaizer Chiefs. As we confirm the scoreline, it's Kaizer Chiefs 1, Cape Town City 0.
Kachvaro, of course, with a goal against Free State Stars previously in September. This is his second of the league campaign. First season with Mamokosi. Now some speed down that flank. Five minutes gone here. Kaizer Chiefs have the lead. A little bit of a shell shock to the senses for Cape Town City, I'm sure. Let's see what they're made of, what sort of response we'll have from the visiting side. Remember, they have a chance to go top of the table tonight if they can get some sort of result here, and they better whatever Bidvest Wits do at Bombela. They're playing against Supersport United. Wits just leading Cape Town City on goal difference at the top of the PSL table, and we're 1/3 of the way through the season.
I guess the challenge now will come for Chiefs. Scoring this earlier obviously has got its challenges of its own. And going forward is how much can you hold on to that lead? And would you have enough moments to be able to increase it along the way? And the longer it takes as well, if you don't get the second one, it becomes a big challenge whereby somewhere along the line, you want to sit back and protect that lone goal.
Puche, he was the man who cleared the ball straight at George Maluleke. I don't think he'd be too pleased with the clearance, will Eric Tinkler either, from that free kick. Now Adjei gets the free kick. Not finding Majoro, easily cut out by Rodinho and by Katsande. Now George Lebisi. Shamalala. Spread wide by Katsande, looking for Taklele on their right-hand side. Support from George Maluleke. Disappointed, I think, George, that that goal will not go down behind his name. He did all the work there. Kachvairo's interjection certainly changed the direction of the ball, so he has every right to claim the goal.
And I think from the other angles that we saw, I think clearly Walters had it all under control up until he took that deflection.
Now, the long ball in search of Majoro hasn't worked yet. Puche. This is Mokeke pushing forward. He's being utilised on the left-hand side again. He can play almost anywhere. Here's Mokeke. He's going to strike. And Kune gathers at the second attempt. No one really following up there for Cape Town City. Stinging shot from Mokeke. Bangs it in with the left as well.
Yeah, Kune will be a bit disappointed with himself. I mean, that ball came from a long way for him to not be able to catch it the first time, and luckily that there wasn't a blue shed around that area. Could have easily profited from an easy tap-in.
Too strong for Kamalo there, so City ball. Masina looks to take it quickly. Puche, back to Masina. Showing confidence is Masina. Here's Ngoma. Mokeke once more. Now you look for the early ball. Not enough height on it. You'll get a second bite of the cherry. Played short to Ngoma. Back again. Now Mokeke. Looking for Majoro, who's well offside there. So Chiefs doing well just to step out and catch Majoro. I don't think there can be any complaints about that. Chases on here for Kachvairo.
Maybe missing a little bit of power in as far as strength is concerned. Kachvairo is not the biggest of strikers, but certainly he's very mobile. He gets into the right areas, but for me, it's when he needs to maybe challenge the defender to push him off the ball. And even
now a chance again for them to finish and go 2-0 up, and it is thwarted by Walters. What an opportunity there, William.
Great opportunity. I think with City maybe trying to build from the back, they get dispossessed, and immediately Chirambadara set himself on the front foot, but he seems to freeze for a while. these are the moments where you need a little bit of experience to realize that once the goalkeeper commits, you can think that ball over. I think we've seen this over and over. If you try to slide it past him, Kune is the best at that.
Well, Chirambadare is still a player who, on audition as it were, needs to convince both coach and fans, and that certainly was an opportunity for his first goal in league football. Didn't come his way. Now Walters collects.
This is the best moments for City to be able to come up with those quick counters, but this time around, Chiefs were quickest to be able to maybe recover their defensive position to slow him down.
Kamara's going to play this all the way back to Kune.
You're not going to be presented with that kind of an opportunity. I mean, Chirambadare did very well to anticipate, to cut that pass and set himself on the front foot, but like I said, it's not too many times that you're going to be afforded that kind of an opportunity.
Now City take the ball away from Chiefs. Let's see what they can do with Manyama. Very quickly they had numbers back there, Kaizer Chiefs. Shabalala, a bit of pressure on him from Matsi in the midfield. Chirambadare, just a little too strong for Shabalala. There's some space here now for Masina. Kaizer on the overlap, Masina again. Majoro waits in the middle. Masina teasing his way, but can't get past Kamalo. Or Maluleka rather. It's going to be a much different proposition tonight for City, just in terms of the ease of siding their way through the opposing defence in comparison to the game against Stars. I think they'll find that Chiefs a much harder proposition.
Further is that with Stars maybe playing with three at the back and in that 3-5-2 formation, it kind of exposed themselves for the spaces on the side. With Chiefs playing four at the back, it means the spaces will be minimized. You're 100% right. City will have to come with a whole lot more strategic movements to be able to create the kind of playing areas where they can have Chiefs. But pace still remains the key.
Messina wins that in the air. Majoro goes chasing. Pahlele clears it away. This is Adjei. Neatly in the midfield by Chiefs. And then Shabalala turns it over. Messina again finding that extra touch is enough to have the Chiefs players bite back at him and take the ball away from him.
The difference this time is Manyama, each time he gets the ball and he turns, there's about 1-2 players in front of him. I think that, like I said, with the knowledge of how City plays, Steve would have prepared his players much better on how to react to these moments.
I think they would have learnt a lot as well from watching on the weekend all the strong points of Cape Town City. We have two other matches tonight in the ABSA Premiership. Kachimaro just dealing with a little pain as he fell down, and I think his hand gets stood on there by Gumede.
Yes.
All at once, Gumede was trying to get the ball away.
For me, there was a possibility of the foul even before his hands get stepped on. That earlier push from his shoulders by Gumede could have easily been given as a foul.
This is the goal that came in the 4th minute, just off Kachimaro, and onside as well, because there was a player over on the far side from City playing him on. So he's going to get a little treatment for that hand, and he'll be ready to resume the action. For the meantime, Chiefs down to 10 men. Just a reminding you again, 2 other matches on the PSL menu tonight. Wits and Supersport United at Bombela. Nice skills here from Sidi, but Messina, the ball stuck between his feet. And Maritzburg United, who are playing now without Ernst Mittendorp, who left them after their last game, are hosting Chippa United, a side who need a positive result. Chippa will be hosting Chiefs, by the way, in Port Elizabeth on Saturday night. 6 p.m. kickoff at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. So we'll keep you updated with what's happening elsewhere around the country in the 2 other matches tonight. And 5 on the PSL program tomorrow, and live coverage on your World of Champions continues as well.
It's not as open as a game as it was on Saturday, clearly, for City. Like I said, and as well, you got to be reminded, the point I mentioned in time, that City will be fresher than, or Chiefs will be fresher than City.
Absolutely. In more ways than just the fact that they didn't play the weekend, they haven't had to travel. City had a bit of a regeneration session on Sunday after winning the Cup semi-final on Saturday, and then Monday travelled after training. Obviously today up here in Gauteng getting used to the conditions, and they'll stay up here until Friday night's game at Wits, which might be a top of the table affair depending on results. Now Paklele up against Ngoma. Maluleka spreads it out wide here to Kumalo. Will be turned over, and Cape Town City will have an opportunity now to clear their lines. Adjei, Gumede picked up a yellow card game before last. Victory away at Chippa, and so had to sit out the semi-final of the Cup. Kaizer, Messina, earlier ball now from him. Manyama, first touch a bit heavy. Ngoma looking for Majoro, cut out. Defensive contribution from Kumalo, but still they keep coming now into the area, looking for Majoro again. This time it was Mukeke on that left-hand side, where he's looked ominous from kickoff almost.
Something that has changed as well now. City obviously were looking to come up with those quick counters. It's not working, but just watch how well that they're beginning to play with brilliant combinations, building from the back, a little bit slower than they've been in the past. Something that we haven't seen often, whereby we know a team that absorbs the pressure and always play on the counter. And we saw some nice interchange passes in that middle to try and open up Chiefs.
Here comes Messina. He's been nice and busy in these early stages. Okeke on the overlap. Goma's going to try the shot. Well read by Katsande, who blocked it well. Maluleka. Now Lebisi. Early ball for Kachvalo. Support on the overlap from Paklele. Suddenly Chiefs moving numbers into that penalty area. It's Gumede who concedes the corner.
Great off the ball movement from Kaizer Chiefs. Lebisi getting involved with those combinations that middle, but immediately selling it on the front foot and trying to get into the box, which in turn took defenders and gave him a bit of space to be able to operate or work that ball into the center.
Shabalala Out goes Walters, unchallenged really. Fairly easy pickup for him. They'll look to build again from the back with him. Kaizer needs a bit more support.
Another tackle won by Kaizer Chiefs by not allowing Walters to play that ball immediately to catch them on the counter. I think all that basically was done through being able just to slow him down from playing that ball immediately, which is always a ploy.
Gordinho was the one who got in his way as Gordinho was running back out of the penalty area. I'm sure he crossed the path of the goalkeeper. Now Messina. Matsi. Kaizer. One throw in here. Sunday's made some strong challenges in this game for Chiefs already. Now Messina. Puche. Austrian who will try from long range. Oh, and Kune at the second attempt. It was a bit of a snap effort from Puche. I'm not sure his teammates are all that happy about it, but maybe neither the coach, but had it gone in, he would have been the hero of the moment.
Well, I guess he had in mind of the beautiful goal he scored of the weekend against Stars, almost from a similar, maybe even further back than the goal that he scored. Nearly catching the goalkeeper, almost flat-footed. Great direction though.
And it is City now beginning to knock on the door. Majoro. Just hit Ngoma. Good work from Chirambadare to come and take possession away. Conceded that early goal, Cape Town City, but very much in this game here.
For me, very noticeable. If you have a team that can play or can have plan B in their approach to the game, it's always so wonderful. I think the expectation that might take a Chiefs by surprise that they're being kept open, that middle particularly, something that they didn't expect.
Play on, says the referee. Position with Tasele. Uleka. Sunday. Nebisi trying to get goal side of Mkhize, who recovered well. Possession given away. Now Shabalala. It was Gumede who knocked it away, and we have a decision here against Shabalala for dangerous play.
Yes. A little bit unlucky, Shabalala. I thought he had gotten away with it beautifully at that, but what Gumede did very well is just stick his hand forward in making an attempt to head that ball forward or away.
No score in the two other games this evening. SuperSport United hosting Wits at the Bombella Stadium in Nelspruit. Maritzburg at the Harry Gwala Stadium. And Chipper United as their visitors. Banyama battling away there with Katsande, neatly done by Cardoso. The two defenders missing, both picking up knocks in that bruising match with SuperSport United. Line he goes, runs out of space. Keezer's done a fairly good job in tightening things up on that right-hand side of the defence of Cape Town City. Not only good going forward, but also showing his defensive acumen.
His versatility is of a different kind, because you talk about his ability to move forward on this right flank. He can play in the center, he can play in the center of the middle as well. Very creative, given the opportunity to play there.
Well, Chirambadare should have made it 2-0. This is then the effort from Puche, which was dipping quite alarmingly on Kune. This is the view that the goalkeeper would have had.
Maybe what had Kune wrong-footed was that he was backpedaling, so his balance to hold on to the ball firmly wasn't quite there, because he was concerned about the landing as he was backpedaling in the process.
BBC with a dummy, asking too much of Kumalo. Kumalo, of course, has been battling with hamstring problems. It's just that kind of run that could set it off again.
And if anything, he hasn't been that adventurous in this left full-back position.
It does seem to me to be holding back a little bit because of the potential of that injury.
100% right. I mean, for a player that needs no second invitation, at every given point, he gets the space, he goes, he doesn't ask twice. And to think that he's set back quite a bit, and I don't think it's necessarily because of the high-flying City wingers, because regardless of that, as a fullback, you can turn the situation around whereby they're chasing you instead of you chasing them. So he's deliberately set back because he's got some constraints.
Horses now. Look up. What trims does he have ahead of him? Space for Mokeke. Manyama. Good pace off the mark as Manyama. Chinambadare. Maluleka. Good running here from Levisi, but cut out by Mkizi. Umede with possession for City. Matsi. Once again, the visiting side looking to set up. Challenger in the heading stakes there with that long ball forward from the goalkeeper. Oh, horrible challenge there, Kumalo. And you can see the reaction from the bench of Cape Town City as well. Absolutely furious. Well, Kumalo is suggesting that he didn't mean that deliberately, but Eric Tinkler's not having any of that. Now, what's referee Gomez say? Red card is out. Red card for Sibusiso Kumalo. What do you make of all of that, William?
Well, I still must say it again, but in the way that the defender flew over, it must have been a very harsh one, but that's a party spoiler on the part.
Oh, yes, he came in super late there, dragging the leg. Now, here's Kumalo beating Messina. Kaizer gets there comfortably. Doesn't look as bad from that angle. Here, you get a better look at it. He really did catch him. I think also the spectacular way with which Kaizer falls adds to it. The reaction from Eric Tinkler. Look at him. He looked like he was about to go on the pitch and punch Kumalo. Kaizer can continue, and now Steve Kompela has a problem. An advantage, Puche. Kaizer. Was there a hand in there from Lubisi? Referee Gomez says play on. Mokeke. And the header from Puche, not strong enough to find Majoro. Just looking at the height there, the Austrian midfielder.
Obviously now we do expect some form of reaction from City with the numerical advantage that they do have. Will they be able to take advantage of it with just about halfway through the half?
Space for Matsi.
But I think it's up to Chiefs maybe to now slow it down a little bit and let Katvaros play in isolation where he's not going to be too involved with a lot of support.
Puche. Chases on here. There's Gumede under some pressure. Chance to make it two. And the decision is going to go against Kaizer Chiefs. Holding back, says the referee, Chirambadare. I thought he was nice and strong here. He was certainly being sandwiched himself. Well, that's pretty much on both sides, pushing and shoving, William. Maybe you said you're a little bit lucky on that occasion. What did you make of that?
Yeah, initially it was the defenders that had their hands all over Chirambadare, but I think Chirambadare's hold was the more maybe evident in the way that Kumete fell.
Wasn't too much of a protest from Kaizer Chiefs with Kumalo going off. He certainly came flying in. He's not a man with a vicious intent about him. I'm not sure that he meant it as bad as it looked, but it certainly was late. Caught Kaizer on the shins, and with Victor Gomez in the middle, there's not really much of a margin for error.
And if you know how defenders approach it, sometimes if they're late, they normally would spread their legs just in case they can make contact with the ball. But in that case, he missed the ball completely, which made it look so bad, because that whole force ended up on Kaizer.
So no complaints from Chiefs as Kumalo walked off, and I'm sure he'll be absolutely shattered by it too. There's a bit of a problem on the left-hand side now for Chiefs, with Masilela out injured. Remember, they got to go to Chimpa United on Saturday. Tough game down in Port Elizabeth for Chiefs. Masilela will be available for that one. Otherwise, maybe someone like Godinho might be, or Cardoso might be put out to the flanks, and they bring Matoho back if he's recovered. Maybe an opportunity for Sianda Kulu, who hasn't played for ages.
Cardoso for me will be maybe more appropriate because he's played as a left full back at Stars. He's another player that can play just about everywhere. He's Cardoso. Full back, central defense in the middle. What you don't know is he can play as a striker as well.
Big Ghana Adjei, who made his full debut in the Cup semi-final. He'd only played 3 minutes for City before then, twice as a sub. And Shabalala just weaving his way through, and Lebisi hard, and he missed that. My word, Shabalala said to him, I'm putting this on a platter for you. Here is your Christmas turkey. And he went and dropped it.
That's a brilliant solo run. It does the first defender, it does the second one, it deals with the third successfully, and the fourth. And if only Lebisi realized that the tap in with his right foot, bend it into the far post. I know it's not his strongest, but that could have been probably the easiest of choices to make.
It's a player not with the requisite form at the moment, I'm afraid. Now, yeah, some good running from Ngoma. Can he pull it back? Masina looking to pick up the loose ball. Well, since Chiefs have gone down to 10 men, it really has been the home side that's been doing all the work, and City don't seem yet to have a plan to utilize this one-man advantage.
Well, clearly Chiefs can't play too many balls forward, so they'll be depending on combinations to move as a team going forward. That's why it will take individuals to pave their way with individuals run like Shaba did. A brilliant run. Maybe Lebisi will take a lead from Shaba's run and also come with his own, because he's got the ability.
To clear here. Well, it's turned over again. Played inside to Manyama as well. Checked by Maluleka. Battling away. Looks like WWF wrestling in there. And it's been given against Manyama.
I think that's one moment again whereby it could have been, or it could have gone either way, because initially George had his hands wrapped all over Manyama, and Manyama in turn, as he gets up, he says, you're not going anywhere.
Legs appendages and arms and all sorts of things flying there. Now back live, Puche gets the free kick, foul committed by Kaizer. Masina cut out by Cardoso, who's already moved across on the left-hand side to replace Kamalo.
And what it means is Katsande now has drifted into a more central defensive position.
Yeah, looks like a centre-back alongside Gordinho. Sacrificing someone in the middle. George Maluleka is going to have to do a lot more work protecting the back four. In the meantime, Cardoso is the player down. Who was late in on the challenge.
And no intentions to get to the ball.
Kune was never one to shy away from a debate. Come out to give his 10 cents worth. I think Puche is going to get a warning here.
A yellow at worst. Oh, he'll be very lucky if he doesn't get him in a yellow. Oh.
Now, talking there from Paxele as Victor Gomez squaring up to him as well. He's almost there in for descent. Chiefs players felt that there was an elbow here from Puche, but I think on evidence there it was more a late clumsy challenge.
The thing is, he was not going for the ball. He just went there to obstruct. It was very deliberate.
Now, Matthew Sims standing by to come on. There's maybe a tactical switch here for Eric Tinkler. Really figure immediately, William, who might be sacrificed or what change might be made here. Unless someone is just battling a little bit with injury, and it could be perhaps Puche, who in the middle of the park might not be making the contribution that Tinkler feels he needs. Sim standing by. Malala. Puche. Now he's going to get a yellow. Well, he's been warned.
Yeah. This time, that's one even, maybe it wasn't even amounting to a bookable offense because it happened a little bit too soon after that warning.
Shoving Machete off the ball. Victor Gomez very quickly there to and the yellow. Still no change from Cape Town City, but we can see Matthew Sim getting ready. We've seen the coach already giving him instructions. Shabalala delivers. Puche clears. Maluleka. Sunday will have to do settled defending. Cardoso was off, he went left.
He had gone up for that set piece at Katan at the time. I think he's going to reshuffle around with a bit of time and get back to the normal central defensive role.
Majoro. All the way back by Maluleka. So Sim is coming on for Puche. It's a bit tactical one, as well as protecting the player a little bit, who's been caught just for pace in this match, I think, Roland Puche.
A bit reckless, Adjei. Because he doesn't get to the ball. Instead, he shoves Akatsvara away. It's a foul. Now, is Katsande going to go up there again? For me, this is where the challenge is for Chiefs to recover, because City are very good when they win the ball from such situations.
Shabalala looking for Katsande at the back post. Still bombing around there. Kachvaro's in there. So is Gordinho. Chirambadare plays it back to Libisi. Kaizer Chiefs. So before they can take this throw in, Matthew Sim on for Puche.
And coming on is jersey number 7, Matthew Sim.
Well, the coach, I think, will say to him,
He's a bit more attacking his Sim. And with Chiefs short now, in as far as numbers, it means City are in a position to play the ball a bit more. So they need more attacking players to increase their presence on the attacking half. Are you with me there, Chris?
I am, although I'm thinking maybe Nordada might be as good an option.
I had the moment with Tinkler on Saturday and questioned the absence of Nordada. Obviously, one of the reasons that maybe Swedish level is still not quite there to start. But also, he's a little bit slower in joining in because they're playing the counter football.
No offside here. They've gone for a corner, still in play. Patlele putting on the pressure. Lovely skills as well. Kaizer Chiefs looking for the second to try and seal this game up. Remember, they're down to 10 men. They certainly haven't suffered from the numerical disadvantage since the dismissal of Kumalo just before the half-hour mark. Debisi. Lecker out wide. Just the header from Kaizer, throw in it'll be.
And if you ask me who has drifted now into a central midfield role with Katsande pushing back, it's Shabalala. It's a position that I think he's really been building his game towards. Has been fallen into a more central position in the number 10.
Well, I think Father Time pushes you that way, doesn't he? Now here's Majoro. Ngoma. Masina running towards the near posts. Not the best of crosses there from Aubrey Ngoma. Earlier on, Walters here, they're all switched off. Not offside from the throw-in. And made a very good save from Patlele. He was certainly switched on when everyone else seemed to be just taking a little bit of a break. We head towards half-time here.
And because Chiefs at this stage, they're playing more of a unit. So with just numerical advantage in that middle of the park, it means they don't actually have to really make mark whereby they have to put a lot of pressure in as far as applying tackles. If they can basically mark the space more than the ball.
So marking.
Yes, it means they can still win the battle, which is where Shabalala comes in. He's got the experience, he can adjust to the demands of the position in that middle.
City now get the ball up quickly. Mokeke, Ngoma, here's the cross, looking for Majoro. Nice first touch from him. Plays it back here. Mokeke in there again. Now Banyama leaning back and caught a little bit by the pace of the ball coming across. Wasn't really able to get a decent shot in.
Now Kune can play also his part in slowing this game down as they look to be able to go into the half with that lead.
So now into the action. Australian. Several we've had from down under in the PSL of late. Remember the contribution of Brocky, which sent several clubs scurrying across to see what they could find elsewhere in Australia and New Zealand. There's Manyama. Masina, still Masina, out wide again. Flag stays down. Majoro, Mokeke. Bit of space now for Majoro. Looking to play the 1-2 with Manyama. Sim in there as well. Sim, who scored against Kaizer Chiefs the last time they met. Lining up here. This is Masina. Maybe a little too many passes there from Cape Town City, and they're going to almost get caught on the counter, but then catch by those slips. We're into stoppage time. Corner. 2 minutes of stoppage time, by the way.
And I guess for the remaining 2 minutes, this is what you are more likely to see. Kaizer Chiefs just sitting, making sure that nothing goes past, and I think it will be an avalanche of attacks after attacks from City as well.
And a chance. Oh, it's bounced off the bar. Now, did it cross the line or not? Kunes wagging his finger furiously. City are protesting with the linesman, Peter Rabopara. Victor Gomez says play on, so no goal is going to be given there. Mokeke, still Mokeke. Oh, lovely skills from him. Out wide, Manyama, he's going to cut in surely. Manyama, down he goes. Kaizer Chiefs have possession. Lots of drama in this half. They're going to get back to that potential goal or not. Did it cross the line? Oh, yes, it did. Goal line technology not available in South Africa. Look at Kune
because he knows, because he saw it. But then, if it had gone in, the ref or the official on this near side would have made a direct run into the center. But Kune's reaction is such that he knows better.
So Peter Rabopara did not get that, the linesman, but let's show a little bit of sympathy for him. Those are such difficult decisions, and we, of course, have got the technology and the slow-mo to show you the evidence. But when they see that on the slow-mo, City are certainly going to feel somewhat aggrieved.
Indeed, without a doubt.
Now, Cardoso comes away with it. We are 2 minutes into stoppage time, and right on cue, Victor Gomez will bring this first half to a close. Exciting stuff, William Shongwe.
Indeed, fantastic. With the City obviously taking full advantage in these remaining minutes of the half by piling the pressure, but the never giving attitude of Kune is what came to his favor there, because that ball was sailing into the back of the net, and he scrambled across, just barely got his hands to it. But of course, if it's that, this is how City feels.